Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Green Mountain Bushcrafters. Today we're doing an unboxing on the Motorola talkabout T480. Be prepared, everybody. If you're not prepared, you're not gonna survive. I love how they market this. I picked this up at my local Walmart. I saw it, and I was kind of hoping there was two radios, but there's only one radio. As it says right there, one radio included in small print, up to 35 miles. Neighborhoods up to 1 mile. Open water 6 miles. Mountain to valleys up to 35 miles. So if you're hiking, you should have no problem receiving 35 miles. If you're out fishing, out on a lake, a pond, you should get between 6 and more miles, depending on if it's, a city lake or if you're out on, a small private lake or something. In your neighborhood, 1 mile is usually fair enough. You know, uh, Basically talk to your neighbors. If you lose power, if you're in an area known for tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, um, the range in real life conditions can be reduced for maximum range. See side of package. We'll get there in a moment. Always charged at home for emergencies. Always on weather alert. It has 22 channels, each with 121 private codes. Most of the talkabout or Cobra radios, you get 22 channels, FRS and GMRS. They don't have 121 private codes. So for this to have 121 private codes is really great. You could talk in private and talk about whatever. And it's going to be real hard for anyone to zero in and find you and listen to your conversation. Has NOAA weather alert, which I think is awesome, and even better, FM radio. Um, Stay connected when the unexpected hits, because you never know when something's going to happen. You never know. Ice storm as winter is coming upon us. It is November, and snow has been falling in the mountains around here in Vermont. So it's just a matter of time that we're going to end up with a bad winter this year. I just feel it in my bones. Good for floods, earthquakes, hurricanes, fires, and tornadoes. Use it while skiing, camping. They forgot hunting. Hunting is one of them that they should have put on there. The T40 package also contains one T480 radio, one whistle belt clip. Now that is really cool. One wall and desk stand, one micro USB. That's right, people. USB. Wall charger cable, and one NIMH rechargeable battery. A lot of the walkie-talkies ain't USB. I remember years ago, geez, I must have gone through a bunch of radios, and they took the old round chargers and they plugged into the base, and the walkie sat in the base. I'm sure, they still make them. The cheaper ones are like $30. Now, the price point on this is $60. It's $59.98, I believe it was, at Walmart. When I seen these, they only had 2 left. They also have another set that's $80, and you get 2 of them. So that breaks down to $40 a radio. And the antennas are bigger, and they're more flatter on the front, and they are floatable. This is not floatable, but it's waterproof. Okay? Here's, it has a flashlight, an LED flashlight, and there's just the things that's showing you. If you're traveling a lot, keep one in the car. Keep one in the other car that's following you. If you're moving or traveling or just out exploring, why not? A cell phone's not 100% guaranteed use. I remember years ago when Boost Mobile cell phones first came out. I had one. It was the big deal. It was the bee's knees, The cell phones were flip style. Then they had the flat bar style, brick style phone or whatever. And they all had the walkie-talkie chirp. Now they got rid of the chirp. I'm not happy with that. Boost Mobile, you really need to come back with the chirp. Because you figure you buy those pay-to-go cell phones through Boost Mobile, the pay-as-you-go, whatever. Throw some money on them. Buy a card. $20, $30, just throw it on there. Just to use the chirp. Okay? You have a walkie-talkie. You could access the internet if you had to. But here's the downfall. If a cell tower goes down for 10 to 12 days, which they have in the past when they first came out, many customers were very upset. Okay? Now, if you and your friends all had a walkie-talkie, y'all can stay connected, meet up. Now in a disaster, a hurricane, tornado, flood, severe thunder or lightning storm, a mudslide, anything, a national disaster strikes your area, cell phones usually not going to be working. Landlines, forget it. Okay? So, you can also use 3 AA batteries to continue to talk with this. So, if your rechargeable battery pack runs low or runs out of juice, just throw 3 AA's in there. You're good to go for, who knows, maybe another day. And like I said, people are like, CBs and walkie-talkies went out years ago. Nobody uses them no more. Well, I think it's time to get back to using them. There's a flashlight, NOAA weather radio, emergency alert button used to send out distress calls to neighbors. So if you're in distress and you need help and you have a plan set up with your neighbors and friends and you hit that call button, they're going to know that it's you, and they can radio out and check in with everybody else to narrow it down to exactly who it is. And you can also set it up so that it has a certain distinct call tone so everybody knows who is calling in. It has an IP54 waterproof, withstands effects of rain, snow, and other weather conditions. Quiet charge. While charging, receives weather emergency alert, but turns off calls. Dual power, so that's good. You got your battery pack, or it could take 3 AA batteries. Micro USB charger. Compatible, receives communication from all FRS-GMRS two-way radios. You got quiet talk, filters interference from non-Motorola radios. Now that's really cool. Okay? So the QT function is the quiet talk. If somebody does not have a Motorola and they got a Cobra or are using a different walkie-talkie type device, you can put that QT on, and only people with the Motorola radios are able to talk to you, or you're able to talk to them. Has the iVox and Vox hands-free operation with or without accessories, which is really cool because many walkie-talkies to use the Vox You know, the hands-free option. You have to have the headset, earpiece, microphone type thing. This is really good though. You have 20 call tones, okay? And Echo Smart low energy consumption. So when your battery runs low, it actually it just downs the power usage, so you can still use it for an emergency. Okay, additional features. You have a scan, talk confirmation tone, low battery alert, a battery meter, and a PTT power boost. Now on the PTT power boost, you have a low and high talk button. So if you want to get that boost, that further range, use a little bit more power to send out your signal, you can use the high. If you're within a small area, you can just use the low and be all set. And a little bit of information. It's kind of hard to, let's see if it will. Oh, nope. Forget it. It's going to be a little hard to read here. There we go. So how far can I expect my radio to communicate? If you want to read that, you can pause it here and read that. There's a little bit more of legal information, whatever. Little bits of info you can check out. And then if you are on your computer or tablet device, you can use a cell phone if you have the app set up. If not, download that QR code reader and scan that code, and it will tell you more information about this product. Alright, so I'm going to pause this video, open this baby up, take everything out, set it up, and we'll be right back with you. Okay, and we are back just like that. Alright, so this is what you get. You get your little bit of paperwork, your warranty, instructions. We won't get into that, but if you want more information on it, you can just look it up. That's just your warranty card, instructions, and all that good stuff. Your USB power charger, and it's just a typical USB, micro USB that you would have for like a cell phone. Not one that you would use for iPhone or Apple products, so don't get that confused. Pretty decent little charger. I'm going to experiment and see if I can use just my typical cell phone charger. That's a USB cable. I'm pretty sure. So just another thing I can just kind of throw in a drawer and just keep using my USB cables. I got all types of USB cables. I also have this USB charging device. So you can plug into 4 USB devices and it just plugs into your wall. I got that at Walmart. I think that was like 15 bucks. Maybe $8. Not sure. But excuse all the mess. I just kind of been whatever. My spider wire speaker, that thing's awesome. Might do a review on that later. But here's back to the radio. So here's the stand. Okay, the radio just kind of sets in there. You don't have to use it, but now on this, you press in this button, you take the base off. You could probably keep 20 bucks in there, $100 bill or whatever, for emergency stash. In case of a national disaster does strike, you have a $100 bill in there. You could use it to go get some gasoline or whatever you have to do. ATMs ain't going to be working, so your credit debit cards ain't going to work. So why not stash $100 in there? Two $50 bills or a $100 bill, or $100 in 20s. Why not? Probably smaller amount of bills would be the best. So 10s